portfolio?
Well, what I actually look at for myself is that I sort of always wanted to improve myself, and what I tend to do is I just try to develop whatever I'm doing all the time, and I never look at something that I've done and think, oh yeah, that's perfect. I always try to improve it all the time. And what I did was, as I started to produce work, I just kept producing work all the time. Every time I finished something, I just kept producing something else all the time until I'd actually build up a portfolio of work. And that's really the best way to do it. Just keep producing work until you've got a substantial amount of work.
Yes, that's very good advice. It's just, you just have to keep ticking away at it, don't you?
Yeah.
And keep your eyes open, and if you see anything, and you might say to yourself, well, let me try and apply and see if I can get anything into an exhibition, for example, and then you go from there, don't you?
Well, yeah, and the good thing about Peterborough Artists Open Studios is that it's open to anyone who wants to do anything creative. And if people even come along to some of the exhibitions and talk to some of the artists of how they can actually get involved in art, because at the moment there's a big explosion of art in Peterborough at the moment, and we are encouraging people to actually come along and look at some of the art and try and get involved.
Right, so let's get to the nitty-gritty. Where you've done some really amazing exhibitions in the past, and you met the mayor, didn't you? Didn't you do an exhibition, and it was seen by some very high-profile people, I think for a local charity, and you met the mayor there, is that correct?
Yeah, well, last year we did an exhibition called Art for Asba, and actually I was lucky enough that the mayor actually bought a piece of my work, and also.
Wow.
Also, the head of the council had actually bought a piece of my work as well, so that was really, really pleasing.
That's great. And what else did you do last year? You did some pretty high-profile exhibitions last year, didn't you?
Last year, I also did I've got a collection of work that I call my Black Heroes collection of work, and last year I actually showed that collection in Peterborough, I think about 3 times, and also in Cambridge as well.
Okay, so talk to us about what you're doing next. What amazing things do you have coming up next?
Wow, so far it's looking really, really exciting at the moment. Currently, I'm showing with Peterborough Art Open Studios at the moment, and this weekend is actually our final weekend. Following this, I'm showing at the John Clare Festival in Helpston. I'm also showing next month at the Edith Cavell Summer Arts Exhibition, and then I'm preparing some new work for the Black History Month at Wembley Stadium in London. Now,
how did that come about, the Wembley? Because that's that's very big, isn't it? Let's be honest.
The Wembley, I'm really, really excited about the Wembley event at the moment. I'm trying to be cool about it, but I'm really excited about it. The lady who's involved in organising the Wembley event, I actually invited her to my London exhibition, which was just a few weeks ago, and she told me about the Wembley exhibition and invited me to actually show at the Wembley exhibition, which I'm really, really excited about.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine how many new followers you're going to get from exhibiting in somewhere like that. That's big time, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It really is.
It is. I mean, you're being very modest about it, but it's amazing news to be invited to do something like that.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, it really is. I mean, the event is actually called Black History Live, and it's actually on the 1st and 2nd of October, and it's expected 20,000 people for the 2 days. So yeah, it's really big, really excited about it, and as I said, I'm producing some new work for that at the moment.
That's excellent stuff, Tony. So, and let's just tell the audience as well, you're doing this last weekend of the Peterborough Open Studios. Where can they go to see the work that you're currently exhibiting for this?
Well, I can be currently found at Art and Stitch on Shrewsbury Avenue.
Art and Stitch, is that... whereabouts is that in town?
That's Art and Stitch at Shrewsbury Avenue. That's Woodstone, in Woodstone.
Okay, in Woodstone.
The industrial estate.
Okay, so you've got much of your artwork up for the public to see there.
Yeah, quite a bit of my work's there. So public can come along the last weekend, and also there's a chance of winning £100 towards buying any piece of art.
Okay, so they can join this by they have to fill something out to enroll in the competition.
Yeah, there's actually a small form in the booklet, and any visitor coming to the exhibition can actually just fill out this form with a free chance of winning £100 towards buying any piece of art at any of the studios. Excellent.
Tony, tell us your website once again, just in case anybody didn't catch it the first time round.
Right, my website is tonynerobrushwork.com.
So there you go. That's Tony Nero. I want to thank you for being here in the studio with me this evening, and I wish you luck, and don't forget about me when the Queen invites you to do her portrait.
Well, funny you said that, but I've already done a portrait of the Queen. It's actually hanging in a church in London.
And also the National Portrait Gallery, haven't they archived some of your artwork as well with the Black Heroes? Is that correct?
Yes, a couple of years ago, I'd sent some images to the National Portrait Gallery in London, and they were quite keen to keep the images in their archives and in their libraries, which is really
excellent.
Great.
Excellent. Yeah. So there you go. If you have a dream out there, just listen to what Tony said. I mean, and that's what life is about. Life is about getting out there and doing what you're here to do. It's fate. It's what we're here to do, and never be afraid to do it. Just let your feet guide you and just follow your steps. So, I want to thank all of you for listening tonight. We've had some technical difficulties, but it's been a good show. And, I'll be back not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. And until then, keep your eyes on the stars.
One station, many communities.